Welcome back. I am so happy and honored. Man, I'm telling you what, 2013 is going to be the year for Stevie K and for all of the viewers to get healthy, to get happy, and to stay sane, right? Welcome to the show. One of my very new dear friends, Autumn Stringham. Thank you so much, Stringham.
Stringham.
Stringham. I did
for
say it right in the first place. Yay! Yeah. I had a rare opportunity, and it was completely kismet, completely fate that I met. Wouldn't you agree?
That was a crazy morning.
It was.
Totally unexpected.
Completely thought I was walking into an intervention.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
It was incredible.
No. And actually, she had got up and had crossed the room and came back with her book. And tell me about the book.
The book was published by HarperCollins in 2007
but
in
what
Canada.
is it?
It's A Promise of Hope.
Let's
and
show.
It's all about getting over bipolar.
It's a promise of hope with regards to bipolar. The bipolar dis-ease, disorder.
Yeah.
And so when she had handed me this book, that's why I thought I was walking into an intervention, because I had been diagnosed with bipolar in July. And she said, no, we had no idea.
And your face, you had me so scared. Because you take the book, how did you know?
Yeah, I thought my husband totally tattled on me. Okay, so you wrote this book because you grew up in a family, your mom and your family members were bipolar too. So let's go through the book really quickly.
Sure, I'll give you the Coles notes on it. My mom completed suicide in January of 1994.
Okay.
And it was just a brutal end to a really painful life with her, you know, watching her do the ups and downs of bipolar. I had been diagnosed, I was heavily medicated at the time when she died, and things just didn't get any better. So I quickly became the bipolar mom. I went from being the daughter to being the mom.
Right.
And put my husband and my son through some pretty miserable years.
Okay.
And my brother was diagnosed as well, and then my dad had a couple of miracles and ended up speaking to a pig feed formulator in a church hallway in southern Alberta.
Okay.
And the guy said, your son sounds like a pig with ear and tail biting syndrome.
Holy Hannah.
And he said, what do you do for that? And this guy developed a recipe of micronutrients over 20 years.
Right.
That was working wonders for swine. And they decided to try it out on me and my brother. And
so you guys were kind of like the guinea pigs.
You were the guinea pigs of the pig feed. Yeah.
Wow. And it worked, because here you are.
Amazing. I was on a 5-drug cocktail. I had just been taken out of the hospital, put into my dad's custody because I couldn't be left alone with my son. And my husband was working midnight, so we had to work some stuff out.
Right.
And he had a male psych nurse come hang out at the house. And they waited until I was obviously in trouble, and then they did a little intervention for me.
Right, well, thank goodness.
And, yeah, force-fed me this stuff, but I'll tell you, it changed my brain.
Well, I love the way that the book is written. I love to read, but it's especially fun when it's very descriptive. And when I'm reading your book, I really feel like I'm a part of that bat flying around, you know, in the house and dripping wet little girls with bubbles all over. I mean, very descriptive. It was very fun to read, but it's, you know, there's a lot of really great information in there too. So your dad then, with this new, the micronutrients, right? Tell me about how, with that product, it basically saved your life.
Totally, right? and many tens of thousands of other people have used it all across North America and into the world. There's 20 studies now that have been published in medical journals.
Holy Hannah.
And some of it just for simple things like circumstantial stress.
Okay.
You know, I was talking to one of your other guests about the earthquake in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Sure, sure.
And they happened to be doing a study on ADHD adults at the time, and they were able to record 63% less reaction to a stressful situation.
Because of?
Because they were taking the micronutrients at the time of the earthquake. So, you know, I think our brains are really complicated things, but it's all interconnected. You know, if you're dealing with trauma, if you're dealing with a bad divorce, or your kid is sick, or whatever stress you're going through, and you end up in a depression, there's a reason for that. And it all comes down to being able to absorb and utilize micronutrients in the body and getting it out of your food.
Now, I understand the product that your dad helped you with also helps ADHD, ADD, bipolar 1 and 2, depression, and then it's stress, and it showed some signs, hasn't it, with even autism?
Yeah,
Isn't that right?
Yeah, there's been an interesting study that was published with autism, and it doesn't resolve all of the issues of autism, but rage and some impulsive behaviors that tend to be a real problem for autistic kids seem to be resolved.
That is amazing to me, and we'll definitely have a link on the Stevie K, or it's the StevieKshow.com. You can find more information, but where do they connect lunch with you? Because I understand you want to give a couple of books away to
Yeah,
our
I'd love
viewers,
to,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that
I'll
would be
leave
great.
some here for you.
Good.
The book is available anywhere books are sold.
Okay.
And because it's HarperCollins.
Right.
You can go on Amazon.
You're kind of a big deal.
In Canada.
Here
Down
too, you're
here,
pretty
I
big.
like to hide. I did actually record the book as well,
Oh,
and
good.
so it's available on CD and MP3 download and
Perfect.
Audible
and
and all that
they can
stuff.
find you on Facebook, right?
They
Tell
can find
them
me
where
on
they can find you on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook /After Bipolar is my little code, and they can find my author page there. And
Wonderful.
be happy
Well,
to
we'll
chat with
definitely
anybody.
have you come back on the show to share a little bit more about your book and about the micronutrients and how people can find them. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. That.